Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal, and it's 8 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which make it about 46, 47-ish, I would think, in American. It's Monday morning, and today I just would like to do the weekend update, as I normally do on a Monday. I would like to say the weekend was good. My word of the day is good. The reason I say that is I feel like I had a more relaxed weekend than I've had in a long time. And relaxed is strange because I did a lot, and yet it didn't feel stressed. Maybe because of what I did, and that's what I want to just talk about and see if any of you can understand where I'm coming from. Now, obviously on Thursday evening or late afternoon, I was a little stressed because I had to have my biopsy thing redone. And anytime, anybody's carving into your back, it's a little stressful. Just a tad. But again, it's as stressful as you want it to be. In other words, I literally just sat up and had them carve my back. I didn't make a big deal of it because I didn't want to make a big deal of it. And somebody was saying to me, "You're obviously concerned." Well, of course, you're bound to be concerned if you have reason for them to be taking parts of your back out, especially when they need to go back to take more. So I think it would be unrealistic to not have any concern at all. But I'm not overly concerned about it. I must admit, I'm surprisingly unconcerned about it, would be my definition. And surprisingly because, it's just like, it's surprising. So that's how my weekend started. That was Thursday, and I don't work Fridays, so that's my Thursday night is my Friday. And I had a really good sleep. I didn't sort of rush to get up on Friday because of what had happened on Thursday. And it's one of my catch-up days. I always use the weekend to catch up on my sleep. And had a good broadcast. 2 of them on Friday. I was delighted with that. And what I did on Friday afternoon was do something I've been dying to do for a couple of weeks now, which is to play with the labels. I bought myself a new label maker because my other one just wouldn't work anymore. Plus it required a lot of this movement, and my arthritis is making that a bit more difficult. So I got an electronic one this time. I'm really happy with that, and if you want to see how it works, and check out the video that I did on it. The thing that gave me such pleasure was working with blackboard paint. And to my absolute amazement, because I hadn't thought about that before, I found out that you can just buy business cards, the sort that you can put into a printer with very fine perforation, and just paint them with blackboard paint, and they become blackboard labels. I just used my hole punch and punched a hole in it. Very simple indeed. And it works. 2 coats and it worked beautifully. Now, what really stunned me was the fact that you can actually just line of blackboard paint across any jar. I did it on plastic. If it works on plastic, it'll work on glass. And that really did surprise me. Now, what I'm going to do as an addition to that is actually do some of the jars in my pantry cupboard so you can see the difference between before and then after, because I'm pretty sure that'll be worth watching, the difference. And then on Saturday, of course, I went to go and visit Jasmine and also met Stephanie at Cora's breakfast and lunch, where I got to have my first ever breakfast poutine. You know I'm a poutine fan. But it was just delightful to meet. I always like it when I can get to meet some of the viewers. But when I got to meet Jasmine, I could just feel the love, you know, and I thank you for that, Jasmine. It was really cute and it touched my soul. It was really nice to get to talk to you, to see, you know, I always, as I've said before, I always love to see the look on people's faces when they realize it really is me. Is there's that moment of disbelief, you know, it's sort of like, no, it can't. Yes, it is, you know. And it's such a fun thing to see on people's faces. And I'm very grateful that people get that much joy out of meeting me. I'm very grateful indeed. That's a really good thing. So that made for a busy Saturday, and then I left there and I thought, well, while I was there, and it was such a pretty day, I decided to go down to visit the local wharf in that area, because it is incredible. It's at the delta of the Fraser River, and the Fraser River, for those of you who don't know, is sort of like the lifeblood of British Columbia. It's the major waterway, and sort of where I went to go visit is where it spews out after its very long journey down through British Columbia. And it's a really cute little fisherman's wharf. So if you like to see fishing boats, and it's a really big tourist area. You know, I'd been there once or twice before, but I'd forgotten how popular it was. And especially on such a pretty day, it was amazing how many people were out. Now, I think it was around about, it was really sunny and about 60 something, low 60s. And there were people out in t-shirts and shorts. And I know that probably is laughable for some of you who live in warm climates, who think that 60 would have been well, I'm just trying to think now. You know, 60 it would be winter. But here in southern British Columbia, you know, you hit 60, we're into shorts already. It's definitely spring. But it was nice to just be there and to enjoy. And my achievement of the weekend, because, you know, every weekend I am working on achieving one more thing in my tidying up of my house. I didn't actually record it because I just did one shelf of my pantry. The next big one I'm going to do is either my guest bathroom vanity, and that's got so much crud in it. Yeah, it's probably worth doing. I think I've got all sorts of strange stuff in there. That could be wrong. But I will say something that just this every weekend doing one more thing that's tidying up my house is definitely working for me, because it doesn't take very long. I think it took me maybe 15 minutes to clean out that one shelf in my pantry closet cupboard, and, you know, wipe it all down and then throw out some stuff. If I spent 20 minutes, half an hour, that would be a lot. But I even noticed this morning, I'm going, oh, that looks nice. So if I can keep doing that every week, I wonder if I've got 52 shells or bits. I'm pretty sure I've got at least 52 things I can work on during the year. And that's without doing a big one. So that's important. And then I did another broadcast last night, and put up 3 videos, I think. Between Saturday night and Sunday, I think I put up 3 videos, which is a lot of work. And yet, I feel very relaxed today. Strange. And the reason I think I feel good is because it was balanced. I did a lot of stuff that amused me, which relaxes me. I've begun to find that out. Things that amuse me, relax me. I'm sure that doing the labels is a very important part of the whole thing. And then it amused me to go and visit a viewer. When I say it amused me, my soul is in that sort of stuff, because it gives me great joy. Okay, so there we are. Good weekend. I wonder how yours was. It was good. I have to say it was good because I made it good. I did things to make it a good weekend. What amazed me was how much I did, and yet it felt like I had a very relaxing weekend. Interesting. This is dear Mama Sal saying, hope you had a good weekend. And if you didn't, what's your plan to have a good weekend this coming weekend? Think about that. This is dear Mama Sal saying, bye-bye for now.